Taurus, and welcome to the Your Natural Healer channel. My name is Tammy, and I'm happy that you're joining me for your March Zodiac reading, which we will be doing a shadow reading, or I should say I will be doing a shadow reading for you guys. This is the first time that I've done this reading as one of the Zodiac readings. Just wanted to change one of the readings up a little bit. So anyway, before we begin, I asked if you haven't subscribed to the channel, if you would consider smashing that subscribe button. You could, turn off the notifications. That's not going to bother me. Give the videos a thumbs up, leave a positive comment, even if it's an emoji. All of those things really, really, truly do help. I've got the black obsidian out just to draw in, to draw in that negative energy as we do the reading. So I'm first going to draw a card from this dark oracle deck, and then I'll draw some clarifying cards from the tarot deck. All right, Taurus, let's see what we got going on for you guys. Now, I just want you to remember that I am connected to Taurus energy. So, however, with that being said, though, you got to remember, I can't connect every Taurus on the face of the earth. So for some of you, this may not resonate, all right? And you know what? That's okay. That does happen. There's a couple things you can do. I'm going to do this reading again in July in 4 months. So you can always come back later, maybe May or June. Or you can go to yournaturalhealer.com and you could get a personalized tarot and oracle reading. I'd be happy to do that for you as well. So, don't freak out if it doesn't, resonate with you. So if it does resonate with you, what I want you to do is I want you to take your right hand, place it on your heart, take a deep breath in and say, yes, I claim this reading for myself. And then what that does, that just affirms to the universe that, yes, you accept the reading for everything that it is. Now, with that being said, I always have to say now, I learned this the hard way, is that if you're expecting a rainbow and unicorn reading that's all love and light and butterflies and sunshine and warm and fuzzy feelings in your tummy, that this is not probably the channel for you. I don't draw the cards in advance, and I am not going to sit here and waste my time or your time with a fake reading. So for example, if you get the Tower card, I'm going to read the Tower card. So this channel may not be for you, especially with this being a shadow reading. This may be a little hard for some people to hear. However, remember, tarot is not set in stone. You can always say, no, I don't accept that. Or this is a guide. Tarot is not fortune telling. Like I said, it's not written in stone. This is just saying, hey, this could happen, if you stay on this path. So it's to give you some guidance to go, okay, maybe I need to do a little work here and change things. You have the power to make your life good or bad. Not me, not tarot, not crystals, not anything else. It's all stems from you. Okay? All right, guys. So let's go ahead and I'm going to read what we need to talk about as far as your shadow, and then we'll, clarify a little bit. All right, you got envious gluttony. Card number 9. Well, that's not a pretty card. Sorry about the glare. Well, we know that gluttony is one of the 7 deadly sins, and, it's all about, consuming more than you need, greed, jealousy. So some pretty nasty things going on here. Yeah, in Aries, their card, the badness was about somebody else, but they weren't, their shadow work was that they needed to gain basically some courage. But this is about you. So there's something going on in your life in which, maybe you're either being jealous or a little greedy about. So let's talk about that a little more, Taurus. All right, let's clarify. We got the 5 of Swords, the 8 of Wands, and the 9 of Cups. Okay. I don't know if this just happened or if this is about to happen, but something's gone down to where you did something to win at any cost. Whether this is at work or at home, whether it deals with money, it could deal with, a relationship. Again, it's hard to say in a general reading, but there was some bad blood, some bad, things were said. Maybe you even done something that you're really not proud of. But this was all about you wanted it and you were going to get it. And that so plays into this gluttony. And, some people got hurt. And you might not even really realize how hurt they are. You might go, it is what it is. They'll get over it. I'm going to tell you right now, you need to reach out and you need to start the healing with that relationship. If it's a relationship that you want to salvage, whether it was one person or a group of people, you need to extend that hand. And if you're the type of person that just blows it off or doesn't like to apologize, there's some shadow work. You've got a little bit going, couple of things here. Your root chakra is over active. In my head, I just keep spinning around and around and around. And that's, the greed, the want, you need to work. If you're into crystals, stay away from any black or red crystals. You need to work with clear or white crystals to bring this root chakra down. Okay. It may be, I don't think it's manifesting physically yet. And maybe that's where this comes in, because this card is all about things happening fast. And whatever you got out of this did catapult you ahead of where you were going. And the thing is, Taurus, I think you would have gotten there anyway. I don't think you needed to shortcut, and I don't necessarily know if it's a shortcut. You didn't need to do whatever it is that happened, okay? Because good things were going to happen anyway. But the thing was, you wanted it sooner, okay? And things got kind of out of control for you. And again, the shadow work, you're going to have to ask yourself why. What brought this? Because this isn't, I don't feel that this is your norm. So, what brought this about? Was there something in the past where maybe, you were going for something the same, and maybe this is work related, and other people were going for the same thing, and somebody did you wrong or cut some corners or steered you, a little off path so that they could, finish first. So maybe you have something like that in your subconscious or in the back of your head. But if that's the case, you need to really, really work on that. You need to take a look at your heart chakra too, because I have a feeling that that's a little slow, because you're definitely not coming from a place of love. You're coming from a place of greed. And to be honest, I don't think it's inflated ego. Actually, I was going to say that maybe part of the shadow work you need to do is that, you don't have this confidence, and I don't think you have the confidence. So I'm going to take that back. I think your ego is inflated, because that's where this card comes in. Look at this guy. He's sitting there like with his arms crossed, all defensive, like, look at all my cups I got and you ain't got none, and look at me. And that's kind of cockiness. It is ego, but I don't think it's coming from a place of confidence. Okay? So I think that maybe your solar plexus is a little, normally I would say it, when if somebody has a little bit, high ego, it's normally overactive, but I think that it is coming from self-confidence in some way, which is kind of offsetting that. So, your solar plexus is spinning. I think it's spinning in the wrong way. I think it's spinning in the correct speed. I don't think it's too fast or too slow, but I think it's just kind of like flipped. Okay. So, if you're you definitely need to meditate or do yoga, get some Reiki or something, because you need to get that chakra flipped. Meditation and yoga will definitely help. As far as crystals go, oh goodness, this is a tough one. You're going to need to work with two crystals at the same time. You're going to need yellow crystals and you're going to need blue crystals at the same time. Blue, I am aquamarine. And for yellow crystals, tiger's eye. Aquamarine and tiger's eye. You need to use them together and meditate on that solar plexus chakra. If you do Reiki, you can have a distance Reiki session done. You can play some nice solar plexus music, while your Reiki session's being done, and you can just lay there and you could put both crystals on your solar plexus while you're receiving distance Reiki, and your Reiki practitioner, can definitely get that chakra flipped. But as I said, this greed, you're to this point where, now, you've maybe got some money or a raise or a promotion, and that, maybe now you're kind of flaunting it, maybe new car, and this might not be the case. I'm just example here. You're flaunting it a little bit, and that's leaving, a even sourer taste in everybody's mouth, because you already basically stepped on some people, okay? And for something that you were going to get anyway, but you just wanted it to be fast, fast, fast. And now that you've got it, you're showboating, and people don't like it. It's not just the people you affected, it's everybody. So you need to take some time and take a step back and reflect on what's going on in your life. And like I said, if this isn't going on, then, you need to be aware that, okay, this could possibly happen. I need to make sure that I'm not, I'm taking my time, doing things, doing them for my highest good, the highest good of all involved, from the heart space. Get your meditating done, work on those chakras, okay? But once this happens, it's going to spiral really quickly, okay? And you're going to think, oh my gosh, this is so great, I'm living large, but it's not. Deep down, your subconscious knows, this wasn't right, okay? So, and Taurus, I don't know where this is coming from, because like I said, I don't feel that you're the type of person to be like this. I definitely feel that maybe money is important to you, that, and I don't think that you're necessarily like this normally, that you're envious or a gluttony, you're taking more than you need. But it's almost like, it's almost like a drug, and you got that taste and you got it. And now you're kind of hooked. So you really need to do some self-reflection, meditating, like I said, yoga, sound healing, Reiki would honestly really, really help you, because, it's going to be a lot easier for, a Reiki practitioner. And I wouldn't just go to a Reiki 2, because there's different levels. Reiki 1, to be honest, Reiki 1 practitioners shouldn't be doing it for money. You shouldn't be charging people until you're a Reiki 2, because you really don't know enough. But because of it being flipped, I think this would be better for a Reiki master. Doesn't need to be a Reiki teacher, but definitely someone who is at least a Reiki master. I think that, you know, they could get this flipped for you and then get you in the right spot. But you really, again, you know, you've got these things, and yeah, you deserve them. Yeah, you took some shortcuts or you stepped on some people to get there. And yeah, that was really crappy to do. But I think that if you really, from your heart, apologize to these people, and I think the relationships are salvageable. But you just need to learn your lesson from this too. Okay. But really understanding why this all happened and what you need to do to make sure it doesn't happen again in the future. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's really not much else I can say. You know, unfortunately, this isn't a really great shadow reading. Not that shadow readings are great. But I think you're going to come out of this a better person if you learn your lesson. Okay? So, my Taurus friends, go say I'm sorry. Make it up to them somehow. And by making it up to them, I'm not saying going and taking them out for a night on a town and throwing cash around, because that's almost like throwing it in their face. This needs to be non-materialistic. This needs to be apology from the heart, okay? So you need to make amends. But that, and more importantly, well, both are equally, to learn why this happened. What was your part in causing you to take these actions that made this happen? Because this was not good. Okay. And then over here, there's nothing wrong with celebrating, you know, your material possessions or celebrating your raises or big promotion. But remember, there's a difference between celebrating and throwing it in people's faces. But one thing I want you to remember is this isn't going to last forever. Because what happens when we get raises? We're consumers. We spend more. And then we're back to where we were. That raise is no longer a raise because now, you know, we drive a better car or we live in a better apartment. And those things come with bigger costs. All right. So enjoy it. But this isn't going to last. Okay. I'm not saying you're going to get demoted or lose your job or anything. I'm just saying, you know, it'll catch up. And then you'll be wanting another raise, another promotion or whatever it is. All right. All right, Taurus, that's all I got from you for you this month. So I hope to see you at one of the weekly readings. You know, make sure you check out all the different playlists, and make sure you go to yournaturalhealer.com, Crystal Sage, Reiki, spiritual courses, all kinds of stuff. The link's below. Check out the website. There's a lot on there, and go live your best life, but do it the natural way. Namaste.